Thank you, Luke.
All good.
Oh, hey, Nocturne. Sorry, Freedom. How are you? Sorry, I was just outside. All right, let's jump into it. Socks is here. All right, I haven't even turned on the light, so I will do that in a minute. Turn on that one. Okay. Let's jump straight into it. So today we're going to fix this bug. Essentially, what's actually happening is we've got modals on top of modals, which is not what we want. It's not ideal at all. And what we want to actually do is essentially hide the model in the background, pop up the upload document wizard modal, and then the user would do their thing, and then once they've done that, it will pop up the original modal. So we have something similar already. Oops, sucks. You okay, sweetie? All right. Oh, I should have actually done debug mode. Doesn't matter. There we go. And I realize I haven't started npm run watch. All right. Jumping straight into it. Just seeing how. All right. Cool. So we've got something similar already. So this is on the Kanban board. If we go into here, we've got to reload, sorry, because it just recompiled. We've got to, delete the cache. So if we actually open up a card and we go into users and we add in a user, we've got that functionality here. And it works really, really well. So we're going to copy that similar sort of method of how we've done that and just apply it to the upload documents. So as you see, nothing really happens. It's over the top. That's going to fail because I actually don't have Minio running at the moment, so I'll get that running. We know it's going to fail. I'll just restart the app, refresh the page, sorry. All right, let's go images. Oh, no containers, Minio tests. Let's hit run. All right, so yeah, we know that failed. But we can redo this. That's also a bug. And also that confirm delete should also be something that we should look at sort of doing with this. So we've got like this upload file. As you see, it uploads and that just disappears. It'll be a lot nicer if we only have one modal on the screen. This is also the reason why we're slowly moving over to the toasts too, because if we start saving stuff on this, so save and continue, we kind of want the information, for example, on this screen, we'll hit save and continue. And there's no feedback whatsoever. And users will be like, did that save? I don't know if it saved. In reality, it did save. We just don't have a little pop-up stating that it saved. So yeah, I don't know if I've actually got that as a bug at the moment. So I'm going to take a screenshot. And I'm just going to log that as an issue. No feedback when saving and on a Kanban card. All right. It's just pasting itself. All right, sweet. We'll do a quick method. Method 1, log into NearBeach to navigate to an open Kanban board. 3, open any card for once card is opened. Go to description and click on the save and continue button. Expected results, user to have feedback that the item is saving. Actual results, no feedback. All right. going to be normal. This is going to be a bug. Submitted. Assigned to me. This will be cards. So, yeah. Anyway, Freedom, if you're still there, how are you? Hopefully you're going well. We're not going to assign actually, no, I'll assign the next version. Just because I feel like this will be a quick and easy sort of win. In fact, we can probably do it tonight. So I'll just go back to this. So what we've got here, overlay modals. So I've made some notes, been like, need to test, could we move the downloads modal to the root component of the Kanban board, then flag it. It is used for the cards and thus hide the card modal. So we've done this before with somewhere else. So yeah, let's try that. Now I'm just double checking that the only thing. All right, it's only static files have been here. All right, cool. So we've got a fallback point to go on, which is great news. Okay, let's open up this. Let's minimize everything. Let's open up this. Let's actually see what we do when we do the users. So when we click on add user, I want to see what we do first, and then we're going to see if we can apply it. So we want to open up the source, the JavaScript, the components. We want to open up the, this would be under the card information. Let's go card information. I know we've got several levels to go down, but it's just easier sometimes doing it like this. So we've got the top level, and then we want users. So card users. We've got this add user method. So add user, card information modal close. So we're currently closing the modal. And then we're opening up the show wizard. Okay. Add users modal. Okay, so it's just closing it and we're reopening it. All right. So we can do something like that. So what we need to do is we need to go to, oh, this is a good question. The download section, that's included. Okay, so what I mean is if I go to our VueJS sort of thing, I go Kanban information, open up the config, we've got the card information, we've got the documents module. Oh, all right. This looks like it's part of the card information section, which might make this a lot easier to do. Okay, so the card information. So we've got the documents module. Oh, we don't have it there. Okay. So yeah, this is part of the whole documents module. And we've got the upload wizard there. All right, let's open up the documents module. We'll see what we can do. Wizards. So upload documents wizard. So this is the wizard itself. It's quite large. So we're going into the methods itself. Handle file uploads. We're not worried about that. Upload file. We're not worried about any of that. What we're worried about is final writing. The document has... Oh wait, this is the upload wizard. We want the... Sorry, my bad. We want the documents module. So, up here, we want documents module. So I'm going to put this over here. Scroll down. We've got add folder wizard added. Yep, all right, cool. Upload document wizard and all that kind of stuff. That's all fine. What we want is we want the upload document from here. So we go down to our methods. And we will make sure that I'm on the right screen. Yep. So we want upload documents, which is not in alphabetical order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, it is. Because that's upload. These are update. Ignore what I just said. That is in alphabetical order. So upload documents. So we've got const upload documents equals new model document, yada yada, and so forth like that. So if we are on Kanban, if we are on a Kanban board, close the current card. So what we want is const card modal equals new model, you know what I mean. Document get element by ID, and then we just have that particular ID, which is not hard to get. We can just go in here, inspect. Hell, we've just got it over here. We can just use these 3 lines. Alright, we don't need to worry about too much. Now the one problem is it's not always guaranteed that this will exist. So what we want, const card equals this. If card does not equal undefined, card.click. That will be card close button. Just to make it easier to read. Doesn't take that much to type that in. So if we were on the Kanban board, close the current card. Boom. And then down here we'll have open the upload document model. Yep. Like so. All right, sweet. Ooh, why is this complaining? Unresolved. That's fine. That's fine. All right, Socks is here. She's like, hey, pay attention to me. All right, so that should shut it. So if we go over here, we hit refresh. Let's have just the console open. Let's scoot this down a little. Let's go bang like this. Let's go download. So when we click upload, it does close it, but we got this weird bug. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to comment out that section. All right, that worked really well. And I'm just wondering, because this takes time to close, we should have a set timeout. Oops. Oops. That's what I wanted to do. So set timeout. And then what I want to do is I just want to get all of those out. So open the document modal after 100 milliseconds. Like so. I'm just double checking my, yep, all right, sweet. Now we're just gonna wait. Socks is not wanting to go on camera tonight. It's doing that thing. All right. Yeah, I think it's because when we click on this, there's a bit of animation happening. So we've got to wait until after the animation happens. I'm going to be ridiculous. I'm going to put 600 milliseconds. Should be enough. Oh, that was weird.
Not yet. Not yet. Oh, hang on. Not yet.
All right. This might be because of where this is located. Okay. So what I've stated in here, need to test, could we move the downloads modal to the root component of the Kanban board, then flag its use for the cards and thus hide the card modal. Now that's the problem. The downloads module contains everything in it. We can't exactly do that because it will have to, it'll affect everywhere else. And it looks like when we close that modal, this other modal isn't opening correctly because it's underneath that modal. So this is not ideal, and I think I'm going to have to move this bug somewhere else. This bug will need research more. All right, not a problem. Oh, wrong screen. Okay, I'm going to make a note of that. So the core issue is the, I hate when that happens. The core issue is the downloads modal is located technically inside the card information. So when we hide/remove this modal, it removes the downloads modal at the same time. So alternatives, what we could do, alternatively, we could split these components outside of each other and manually place them in higher positions. More work, but better solution. Or we could do something custom for the Kanban board. I.e. custom loader, uploader. Not ideal as sorry, give me 2 seconds as I'm trying to think of the wording. Not ideal as we want to be consistent and only have to edit one place. Okay, so we're gonna add that comment. So I prefer the top one. The idea being is we've got the downloads module, and then inside that we've got all those other modals and so forth like that. And we can easily strip those out and actually key them in at a higher sort of level. And we can do that on the Kanban information, but if we do that on the Kanban information, we need to also do that on any other object. So for example, RFC doesn't use it, so we don't need to worry about RFCs. I just clicked on Kanban board. But projects, for example, will have the download section. So we'll need to also make sure that this parent module also is set up like that. It's not a lot of work to do. It also means that there's only going to be one of those per page, and we should technically only have one already on the Kanban board. So it won't be too hard or complicated to do. In fact, let's do it tonight. Let's just do it. So we've got the documents module. Let's see how plausible this is. So at the moment, this will be a problem. Socks, stop it. So the problem is these current folders, current filtered lists, and all that kind of stuff. That's at this particular level. We would need to actually move this somewhere else if we were to actually upload these. So confirm file delete will need to be moved up to upload document wizard will need to be moved up also. And we would need to create a VueJS component which will handle all of the logic. So a lot of this logic will then move to that, essentially to the VueJS side of things, which not a problem. It's just a lot of busy work. So I'm gonna flag this as let me think about this. Because yeah, it might be best to actually come back with a clearer mind to be like, all right, I need destination location ID. We can easily get from the VueJS current folder. We can store that information in the VueJS and manipulate it in the VueJS folder filtered list. We can do that exact same sort of thing and so forth like that. So yeah, I am going to move that bug to the next iteration. I'm going to move this bug to our current version because we can fix this up pretty quickly. And we can look at the bugs in the next couple of versions, see if there's any quick fixes which we can bring forward. So, all right, so we got the no feedback when saving. All right, we all saw that. Good news is we have implemented toasts in socks. Stop it. In NearBeach. Trying to knock over my stuff. All right, there you go, shoulder. So what we can do is, let's do this. So we just need to save and continue. So I'm just going to close this. This is the card users. We don't need it that open. Whoa, socks. Whoa, you're caught on my cord. There we go. All right, you just knocked that over. All right, so what we need is the card description. That's sorry, Zox is getting really close to actually knocking the stuff off again. So what we want in here is we've got these card descriptions. All right, so V on click, update card. So that goes down here, update card. We emit it upstream into the card information. We're calling it update card. So I'm just looking for card description up here, card users, card notes, card description, update card. And then we go down here and we've got update card. And this is where we got the Axios stuff. And we have a bit of formatting issues here. Oh, that's definitely not commented out. So I'm just cleaning this up. I always get these every couple of weeks. All right, so that's all cleaned up. What we want is we want to tell the user that we're updating the card. Notify the user we are updating the card. So what we need is this $store.dispatch, a new toast with the header updating current card. Message, please wait. We are updating the card's information. All right, sweet. We're happy with that. What we need is we need a simple extra classes, being like background warning. We need a unique type, being update card. And we don't need a delay. Oh, no, we do need a delay of 0. So that essentially the card does not dissipate or disappear. I'm just going to copy this. So once it's done, and this needs cleaning up. All right, and that can go there. We need to fix up that catch. So card information modal and so forth like that. All right, cool. So once it's done, only close the data modal if true. All right, cool. What we want, notify user of successful update. So this $store.dispatch. We want a new toast. And essentially the toast will be a header, card successfully updated. Socks, don't knock over my iPad again. Message, your card has successfully updated. We want the extra classes to be background success socks.
You can pull. Yeah. Yeah, pull.
Yeah, no, you're going in your bed. Yeah, you'll be naughty. All right, background success. We want unique type to be the update card. That's just so that when it creates this, it actually overrides the last one and removes it. And we don't need to worry about a delay here because we're happy for this to continue on. And what I want to actually do is I want to copy this and I want to paste it in the error zone. So this .stores.newToast, so card failed to update. So sorry, your card failed to update, error. And then we just put in the error. We will be looking at all these errors and how we can actually improve them and make them very verbose. Danger, update card, and what we need is delay of 0 because we don't want this to disappear. So if we go back here, go back onto here. I'm just making sure I'm compiling. Yep, find object list all, go down here, click on this. So now if we go to description, save and continue, we've got a little pop-up. That will disappear after about 2 seconds. So yeah, that will be fine. All right. So what we need to do. Save and close will do the same thing. Discard changes won't do anything. Save and continue on there will work perfectly fine. So these buttons will work perfectly fine. I don't know what archive card will do. Yes, archive card. I mean, that visually tells people what's going to happen. All right. Downloads, we don't need to worry about that because that will visually happen. The add users and add notes. So what if we add a note? It gets added in straight away. So that is fine. We need to fix up how these notes are actually presented. So we'll probably do a little profile and all that kind of stuff. So we'll come back on another date and do that. And the add users is pretty simple, because that will add them in like this. Okay. Socks. Okay, whoop, wrong one. This one. So this is ready for retesting now. All right, so we got 5 bugs ready for retesting. I mean, we can do a release now, but I feel like if we can pull in a few more bugs from the next one, it'll be fine. So overlay modals went, all right, no, cannot reopen closed objects. We need to think about this one. Essentially, I want to sort of relook at the life cycle of objects and so forth like that. So that will need to do stuff failed, upload, still registered in database. I feel like we could do this one tonight. We should debug it at least. Dark mode not working. Oh, we can definitely have a look at this one tonight. Search for a lot of objects. We can. If there are no items, but oh yeah, we can fix this one. We are bringing a lot into this particular release, but that's perfectly fine. It's been 5 days since their last release. If we actually do a release tonight, we average out on 5. So yeah. All right. Let's start with the iPad specific. Oh no, that's there's no items but the Kanban board results. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to create a new user and group. So groups, I'm going to have it as just a simple group. No parent groups or whatever. I'm going to also go into users. I'm going to create a new user. I'm just going to call it simple user socks. Stop being naughty. And just the basic password. All right, let's open up here. I'm just going to go in simple. All right, that didn't save. Password reset. Socks. No. Oh, okay. No, I know what's the problem. So what I need to do is actually add permissions. So we're just going to go QA oh no, simple group, full permissions. I have a random breakpoint on. All right. So as you see, we don't have any current objects assigned to this particular person, like so. That's fine and dandy, except when we create a Kanban board. Go find objects. Kanban board appears there, and then there's that message. And essentially that message is meant to disappear when we've got a Kanban board. So I'm going to get that, remove it very quickly. All right. Okay, we want to open up the source JavaScript components. We want to go down to search and list search results. I do believe it is. No. Search objects, sorry. So we just have all the results in here. We've got the search field up there. But down here, we've got nothing. Sorry, we've got the when there's no results, not nothing. Okay, so what we want to do, local search results dot kanban. Ooh, this is a good question. What is that value? Okay, so we click on this. So we've got local search results, request to change requirements, Kanban. It's just Kanban. All right, that should do it. Now this is going and that should be fine. So if I hit refresh, it's gone. Now, if I go in here, edit the Kanban board, I go down to the danger zone, I close the board. All right, cool. Find all objects. There's nothing. But it's come up with nothing there. Ooh. Why? All right. Div class equals alert, success. What we're doing is we're just putting in that value in here. Like so, easy done. Cool. Wait a few seconds, hit reload. 0. Gotta love this. Alright. Hopefully that works. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it like this. There we go. I freaking thought so. Oh, that's why. Okay, that should work now. There we go. Easy done. It was just because the request for change didn't have a length. Okay, we can get rid of that. Okay. So that should fix that very quickly. Let's get that all out the door. So cd to sites NearBeach. Let's go get status, git add everything under source, git commit bug fix. Realize I can't do that on a Linux terminal. Paste it in like that and go git push. Oh, we did the card information one too. And I didn't push that. Oh, it's fine. So what I want to do is I want to go ready for retesting. Searching for objects sends a lot of requests. All right, cool. So if we go over here, we open up our console. Sorry, our network. I need to actually log in as someone who sees a lot more. All right, so we've got our network open. I'm just going to remove everything, and I'm just going to type in hello. As you see, if I go RFC, it creates 3 requests. This is not ideal at all. The idea is when you type in something, it starts a timer. Only when the timer runs out will it actually submit the request. But every single time you type in, if the timer hasn't finished, it restarts the timer. So it sends less requests. The idea is one of these requests might take a little too long to do. So for example, it might be just that 1 millisecond, everyone's hitting the server, and essentially you crunch that information and you get it a lot later than one of these other requests. That could mean these results could be wrong. So under search object, we're using the search mixin, so we're going to get rid of that. Just because we don't need it anymore. It does mean that with all these other places where we are using the search mixin, we're going to have to go back and actually redo quite a lot of these manually. The idea of the mixin was to stop the repetition of the code, but in this sort of case, it doesn't work because the object gets lost. So we're just removing all of that. And get search results should be where the mixin is happening. No, somewhere else is where the mixin is happening. Let's actually fix this up first to make sure that this is alright, so this is actually get search results. So this $store.dispatch new toast. And then what we want is in here, we want a header failed to get search results message. Sorry, we failed to get your search results. Error. Error. All right, cool. Extra classes. Background danger. Delay is 0. And it's fine, we don't need a unique identifier. Okay. And we don't need a toast whenever the search results are successful. So let's go up here. So we've got the vModel up here. So I think we've got to watch on the vModel. So we're just going to the, here we go. So we are triggering a few things here. If we actually open up our mixin itself, so we've got the search mixin. Actually, I'll move the mixin over here so you guys can read it. So the idea is something triggers, there's an object with the timeout. If it doesn't equal nothing, it clears the timeout. Otherwise, if the object search is defined, we want to use it to search defined, otherwise, and so forth like that. So we're redoing this. So it's making sure my bit rate's fine. All right. All right, what we want is search object. So we're no longer using this. Now we've got, do we have a search timeout declared in here? Yes, we do, and it's nothing. All right, sweet. So that is great news. Includes closed objects. Get search results. All right, stop the clock and get search results. Yep, that's fine. So what we want to do down here, we've got the search trigger. So objects pass through with the reference, yada, yada, yada. Reset timer if it exists. So reset the timer if it exists. So if the this dollars search timeout does not equal that it exists, what we'll do is stop the clock, clear timeout, this dot search timeout. All right, so we're happy with that. Now in this sort of case, we've got the return function, get search results and all that kind of stuff. Object.search equals search undefined object. So object set timeout. All right. This dot search timeout equals set timeout. Essentially, we just want to go this dollars get search results. It's as simple as that. With a timeout of 500 milliseconds. And that's our function. It's pretty simple. We're going to be reusing this code in a lot of places, but this search mixin just didn't work. So this object kept changing and so forth like that. It was never, hence we constantly had 3 requests every single time we typed in, because yeah, this object was always the same. All right. That should work. So let's hit save. Let's clear all of this. So when we type in admin really fast, we'll only get 1 request now. There we go. So this is now ready for retesting. This we'll probably need to search where we're using this other search mixin and determine whether or not we want to get rid of it. So we're using the HTML, that's fine. Search mixin, that's fine. So we're using it in new customers. We're using it in multiple places, like search users also. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right. The thing is, we've got to create bugs for all of those places if the same issue is actually occurring. Which, yeah, we don't want to do. Or we can create a feature and depreciate it. I think that latter is better. All right, so automation security, that's not part of that. Documentation, I need to do more documentation. Document requirements. All right, dashboard. This search. This is part of search. So depreciate the search. Oh, what did I do there? The search mixin. This will be a bit high. So currently the search mixin does not work how we want it to work. This is causing many issues like duplication, like multiple queries to the backend when there needs to be only one. All right, cool. Let's add that card in. I'm going to put that card straight into in progress. So the idea is, yeah, that will happen very shortly. Okay, dark mode not working in nselect on add group wizard. So this is going to be pretty easy. Let's close that tab. Let's close this tab. Let's just jump into a project. Let's scroll all the way down. Add group project. So this is working perfectly fine in light mode, but if we were to go into my profile, change to dark mode, and then let's open up another project. Let's scroll down, add group of project. Ooh, it's working there. Let's actually have a method. Look at the method. Log into NearBeach, navigate to an open RFC. All right. So do I have an open RFC? Probably don't. No, we do. Draft. Go to users and groups section. All right, this must have been fixed. Add new group. Yep, add group. I'm going to double check with the users. Yep, this is fine. This I'm just going to put on won't fix. Must have fixed the issue in a prior release. Cannot replicate with current code. And I just lost all of that. Must have been fixed in a prior release. Cannot replicate on current code. All right, sweet. So I'm going to close that one. That one's won't fix. Failed upload still registered in database. This one's going to be a bit more trickier. So let's open this one up. I'm just doing a few things because there's a number of quick ones which I could potentially just absolutely hammer through tonight. Do this as a somewhat biggish release, but if I can get my current issues under 18, this would be good. Failed upload still registered in database. That's what I'm working on right now. Cannot reopen closed objects. Oh, yeah, we got to think about that one. All right, cool. I realize that getting under 10 will be very hard tonight. We need to implement a solution where a document is removed if it has failed to upload. Otherwise, the document will still appear in the list. Yeah, cool. So, let's debug this. So I'm going to shut this. I am going to use project 1. This is not project 1. And we're gonna, we've already uploaded a few of these. I'm just gonna delete them. Okay, let's upload a document. Let's, this document will be fine. And whilst that's happening, I'm just gonna quickly grab a drink. And I better plug in this light. Yeah, sucks. So we've got a 500 error and we've got our failed to upload document right here. So if we click on this, we'll notice that it gives us an error being like endpoint connection failed and all that kind of stuff, which is what we want. This will give us a plain 500 error when you're not in debug mode. So if we reload, we go to the document stop knocking the iPad over. You notice that this document is here. And in reality, we shouldn't have it there because it just doesn't work. Even if we turn back Minio on. So we've got it up and running. And we'll hit reload. No such key. Or anything like that. So, it's one of two potential ways we could do this. This is where I will use the draw. And I will reset canvas. Confirm. Alright, cool. User upload something. Alright, it goes into the system. What actually happens at the moment is records created in a database. So records created, and then the document's uploaded with those record key numbers. So upload document with record keys information. So that's the UUID and so forth like that. Now, the problem is if once this happens, send record keys to the front end. Sorry, that's our last step. I'm just going to pull that, and that's the end. All right. So if we're having this step fail, those record keys are in there. So what we need to do is we need to have an extra field on that flags whether that document was success or not. Give me a socks. And then by default, success is no. So when it gets to this step, after this step, we'll add in this little other step that puts success true. And then it'll continue on its merry way. What we could do with this is then just filter out any documents that still have success no. I think that's going to be the easiest way. The other alternative is what we could potentially do is have a look at this step. If it fails, what we could potentially do is delete this straight away using a simple try catch. However, it will want to still send stuff to the backend, and I still want this information. Sorry, it was the 500 information still sent how it usually does. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to close everything. Let's open up the document view. So we want to go NearBeach, views. We just want to go document views. No, keep playing with the toy. We want to do the handle the file upload process. So that's handling the document permission. This is handling the file upload and all that kind of stuff. I don't see us being able to do it in here, because I think it errors out in here. So yeah, I like the success method better. And it's probably going to be very easy to implement. So what we want to do is we want to go to NearBeach. We want to go to our models. And we're looking at our document stuff. So I'm just going to look at our structure. So we've got document. So we've got a document key, document description, document URL. And all that kind of fun stuff. All right. Sorry, I'm just having a little think. So this is where we're storing the document information, document URLs, document description, and it's document permissions, which connects it to an object. So we don't need to worry about this one so much. We need to just worry about this one. So we would need document upload successfully equals models boolean field default equals false. Socks. No, you're being naughty now. All right. I think I'm just wondering about the name. Document upload successfully. All right, I think that will be good. It's a true or false sort of question. Essentially, we can utilize that. So what I want to do is I want to open up a terminal. I just want to stop this for a second. I want to just go Python 3, manage, make migrations. It's going to make that migration. Python 3, manage, migrate. Now, I've just realized it's going to make every single one in there false by default, which is not good, because if we're going to make this change, we're going to have to make it so that people are like, oh, okay, our existing documentation is technically by true, but the default is by false. We can update this. So we need to go into the migrations itself and just modify it so that way any existing record in there is going to be true. So this is our document so far. Now I'm just seeing we do something. We have done something similar before. Where we've updated a particular field in the migrations and so forth like that. So I'm just going to look that up very quickly. how's the lighting in here? Oh, yep, that's pretty good. Do you need that a little bit more like that? All right. So handling data during migrations. Let's have a look. So you can set individual values by using special operators such as Django, DB, run, Python, and all that kind of stuff. All right. So import, set individual status. All right. That's kind of what we want. All right, I'm going to paste these in, just as for reference and so forth like that. So straight at the back, we've got migrations, dependencies. We want the last dependency. Great news. All right, operations, add field. All right, so with this, we've got dependencies, operation, and then, all right, so migrations, run Python, set individual status, and then, all right. And then schema, which is migrations run, yep, all right. Okay, we can do this. I don't know, migrations, run Python, no op. All right, don't know. But what we want, class, true for all, update document table. And they've got that. Oh, they've got that as a function, not a class. My bad. And sorry, I'm just app schema editor. So I'm just gonna copy this. This is gonna be 10 times simpler if I just copy and all right, set successful status. All right, straight away, what we want is we just want documentation, documents, update document equals document to objects dot all. Actually, filter is deleted equals false. Yeah, we kind of want to do that. To update, we want document upload successfully. Wow, I'm just gonna, you know, not to that. Copy that. Paste that in. Equals true. No, it's going to be like that. It's going to be update document. Socks. Are you trying to be naughty again? Actually, we can just get away with writing in document so. Like so. And then we just need to key it in down here. So they've got it like this. Sucks, I need my microphone. All right, and that will be set successful status. That's not going to be, we don't need these. Variable should be in lowercase. Yeah, well, they've got it in uppercase here because it's part of a class. All right, let's test this out, but before we do it, let's copy the database to database backup. All right, Python 3, manage, migrate. And that worked perfectly fine. Let's have a look at what the database looks like right now. SQLite, and Socks has been very naughty. Look at her. All right, see this? Ah, you just missed it, but she keeps pushing this microphone all the way out here. You want to say something? No, she just doesn't like the microphone. All right, going into this. Sorry, we've just, there it goes. There's the microphone. Yeah, all the way out here now. Just bringing that back in. Thank you, Socks. Causing lots of trouble. All right, going back into here, we're going to open up the database. What we're going to do is we're going to go into sites, NearBeach, DB, browse our data. We want to go into document. We're looking for that new field. Upload success. Ooh, we've got a couple of trues. Is deleted though. All right, cool. So we're ignoring the document upload. Then again, I'm going to state if someone undeletes this, we kind of want that to show. So I am going to remove this and just put all and then update like that. All right. So I'm going to remove the current database. I'm going to copy the database back in, and I am going to rerun that. I'm going to go back here. I'm going to open up database, and I'm going to do the exact same database. All right. So we need NearBeach document. We've got ones down the board. It doesn't matter if it is or isn't deleted. We're happy because we're assuming that it got uploaded. So yeah. Okay. I'm happy with this. So now we've just got to modify it. So when we, for example, load up this, we're getting the list of files and list of folders. I think the folders are on a different, folder is under a different thing. That's perfectly fine. This is separate to a file itself. So what we want to do, Socks, you are being naughty again. And hey, Jay the developer, how are you tonight? I am fixing issues. So one of our issues is if we tried uploading a document and there's no connection to our S3 storage, what actually happens is it'll fail. We know that. It'll show us a little error, the error will pop up, and then if we refresh the page, we'll notice that the document is there. So this document is not in our S3 storage, and what we want to do is we want to apply, and we've just applied this new field, document uploaded successfully. what this does is, this is just a migration file. Default will be false. So when we create the document row, we default by false. We will only turn it true after the upload is successful. And that way, what we do is we'll filter out these documents that didn't upload successfully. So we'll get the filter out right now. So we need the list files. So I need to destroy the build folder in here. Sorry. Give me 2 seconds. I just need to delete that. And I need to delete the dist. And I can delete the coverage. They're not needed. Anyway, how are you, Jay? Hopefully everything's going well. How's the cat with the injured tail? Hopefully getting better. I'm going to go to my implementation of this. So document file list. So that's getting the permission results. Cat is good. It's going outside now. Oh, that's good to hear. I feel like we can delete quite a lot of this stuff now. All right, cool. So the document key ID, document description, document URL, document, and folder are what we send down. We're looking at the document permissions. And what we need to do is, we need to go document key _ document successfully uploaded, which I'm just going to upload successfully. I'm just going to copy this. I'm going to hit the delete key for a little bit. I'm going to paste equals true. All right. So what that's doing is this document permission is connected to that particular table, and we're just looking to make sure it's uploaded successfully. Now, this should get rid of that straight away. No, it didn't. Oh, because we've defaulted it to true. Anyway, that is, if we were to open that up, that is of this key. Sorry about the bumping then. That is socks just getting absolutely connected with the microphone. She's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna bump you. So we're gonna change this to a 0. We're gonna apply. We're gonna write changes. And what we're going to do is upload, we're going to click on it, documents, no documents. All right, that is great news. Now, the other problem is if we add in a link, like so, that will appear here. We're happy with that. If we click on this, it'll take us to that. Will that appear? Probably not. No. And the reason being is if we go over here, get rid of this filter. Here it is, the bottom one. By default, it's 0. And we don't want that. So we're going to have to go in and actually put that little bit of code in. So if we go and add link, let's go. Click on this. We've got add link. Actually, we've got document add link. Now we should have permission checks. No, we don't. All right, that's a bug. Okay. by default, this is going to be true. There's no uploads whatsoever. So that's going to be true. Now we need to deal with the document upload process. So if it gets down to here, we're going to go. So that's the form, document description, document results. All right. Upload, document. I think we just do this. So that should work fine. All right, if I hit refresh, we don't have, all right, we're back. So let's test this out. So we'll upload a new document. Just making sure our Minio is on. It is on. I thought it was on. Query set has no opportunity. Okay, so it failed on that. That's fine. So document description equals form, document description, document upload. Request files, file, document description, destination location. All right, it means it's not meant to be here. Not a problem. Handle document permission. Upload. All right, handle this. So this goes into here. Document submit, save. All right, cool. Document permissions. Yup. If new project. All right, cool. Yup. File handle upload. All right. So now we've got document submit dot document uploaded successfully equals a true document submit dot save. And hey, Sandy Lee, how are you tonight? I hope you're going well. Welcome. We are fixing up bugs tonight. And we're seeing how many we can fix up tonight before our release. All right, so that works successfully. Let's not upload another document. Let's add a link. All right, so both of those should be appearing after we refresh. And they are. Awesome. So this is now implemented. So yeah, quite simple, quite easy. Let's open up this. Let's go git status. We don't need the backup. Socks is moving my microphone away. I don't know. I'm just gonna put this over here. So you guys can actually see Socks being naughty all the time now. She's like, yeah. All right, cool. Git add NearBeach migrations. Git add source. Git add NearBeach. Now I did some views. So the static files we can ignore. Oh, and git model. So git commit bug fix. I'm gonna paste that in. And you're gonna push that. Okay, git checkout NearBeach static. All right, remove database. Move database. Okay, cool. All right, sweet. So this bug is now ready for retesting. Great news. So we have a won't fix in here. That will be a no version. So it looks like we've got 8 bugs, which we're stating with pretty much fixing on this release. It is only 8:30. I can easily continue doing stuff. I don't feel like doing documentation on stream because I always screw up the documentation, but I should shut my curtain. I'll do that very quickly. All right. So what I can do is I can find some more easy bugs which we can push through tonight. We currently have the current issues down to 14. So if we do 4 more, we can get this under 10. Have you managed to try and find out my docs for search? Oh, sorry, have not had the time. I'm terribly sorry, Jay. I will get to that soon. Could you please send me a reminder in Discord? All right. Once again, Sox is just taking off the microphone. Hopefully that's not the next thing that she breaks. All right. So the major one cannot reopen and close objects. I am thinking about this one. I've got to get some input with the life cycle of objects. So for example, when you open them, close them, reopen them, so forth like that. So I kind of want to implement that process. This we tried doing tonight. We've got to figure out how to split everything up. It looks like we're going to have to move stuff into the Vuex type of stuff to handle the uploads. We're going to have to actually, that's a big change. So we're going to have to plan for that. Startups, check to see if, all right, cool. Nocturnal has sent me stuff to do for this. I'll probably play around with it tomorrow. Request for change, buttons not named correctly. Let's do this one tonight. Socks, do you mind? Come for the cuddles. King, force cuddles now. Re-adding more groups after adding does not clear the select. All right, we can. She wants attention, and then when you give it to her, she's like, "No, I want to cause chaos." All right, we can do that one. Users can add, remove groups and users to an RFC that has been approved. This one's going to be linked to the lifecycle one because I've got to sit down and actually go through the whole entire thing, map out the process properly, and document it. Very important. Editing column/levels of the Kanban board is not updated instantly. We can have a look at that one tonight. Requirement items can still be editable. Yeah, this one I'm going to link to, once again, the lifecycle and so forth like that. I do want to improve the lifecycle. UI, UX notes don't have information on who submitted them and so forth like that. I did allude tonight that I did want to actually update these. Kind of want like a little profile picture of someone and then note in HTML type of stuff. And the time it's submitted and all that kind of time in a nicer format than that. That's, yeah, this was a temporary sort of solution. Whether or not I use the tiny mouse editor. Stop doing that. Cuddle me instead. There you go. She's like, oh yeah. All right, so you can actually get like a read-only sort of version of this where it'll have nothing. and it'll just be this, and you can click on it and so forth like that. That will be great for so that it matches the what you see is what you get type of situation. I've got to design that. So I've got to look at how that will work, how big these should be. Like if you've got only a couple of lines, it shouldn't be more than what's there. So yeah, I've just got to figure it out. My current objects can contain object links where user does not have any permissions. This is caused by another bug at the moment linked. Oh, all right. I feel like this is a won't do situation anymore because I fixed the root source. Could state won't fix. Ah, there we go. As we have fixed the core issue. Yeah, I feel like if we do try and fix it, we're actually adding in more complexity into the system where it doesn't need it. So this is a won't fix. UI, UX, hard to determine. Yeah, I need to actually get some input around this. And then we've got the minor ones. Reject. Change task from reject displays task failed, or we can just do this one tonight. Won't hurt us. New organization. Oh yeah, this particular ticket. So yeah, I got to see if this is plausible. Otherwise, I'll just probably axe it completely and be like, won't do, because it's just causing too much complexity. Download, upload won't work when I've got to retest this sort of feature. I have something set up on my local, on my other laptop. Sorry, on my laptop, which I can have a look at this. All right, cool. So we should have knocked, yep. So we're down to 13. We have, let's reorder by this. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, it looks like we can get under 10 tonight, which would be nice. Because once it's under 10, I just got to group these properly. So the other day I went through, I was like, all right, I'll do this in this release and so forth like that. But it's not a science. Let's say that. All right, so request for change. Buttons not named correctly. All right, log into NearBeach, navigate to an RFC, scroll to groups and users section. The button should either be add group to request for change, add user to request for change. The buttons are add group to request underscore change, request underscore change. So here we go. Yeah, we've got it like that. So if we go to project information and actually click on groups and users, we've got the lowercase. Ooh. Okay. That should be a capital P. Let's have a look. Let's close all of this. Let's run npm run watch. Yeah, sucks. Okay. Let's go over here. Tiny mouse. Let's get that out. Excel draw. We'll close that. We'll close that. We're just closing all our things at the moment. Okay. Sweet. So what we want to do is we want to have a look at the project. So we're minimizing everything. We're opening up the NearBeach. We're opening up the source. We're showing socks in all her glory. JavaScript components. We are wanting to look at groups and users, which is under the module. So under module, submodules, groups and users. That should be like that. And that definitely should be out as an int. Okay. We could potentially remove that module right now. All right. Cool. So what we're having a look at is we've got the destination in here. And that's why it's like that. Okay. So that would be a very simple, easy thing to fix. So we will just have a switch statement that changes that from project, task, and all that kind of stuff. I'm just trying to think what all the objects that utilize the groups and users. So if we go list all, RFC admin, we have it down here to request for change. Yeah. Alternatively, we can hopefully JavaScript change to title case. Input, hello world, how are you? Oh, this works really well. And what I could potentially do is hello world is get the thing to just do that. All right, I like it. I'm gonna copy this and I'm gonna reference it. And that way I don't need to do a dictionary or anything like that. So get destination title. All right, and I'm just gonna paste this in as reference. Wait. All right, so what I want to do is use the destination string to pull out the title. I.e request for change becomes request for change. So what we want is let title equal this dot destination. Simple as that. Because destination we can't mutate, but we can mutate this title. Easy done. So straight off the bat, we want title.replace underscore with a space. So replace any underscores with a space. Easy done. And then title case. So title equals this. Return title.socks. Will you stop doing that, please? Replace. Now they've got it like this. So S star for G. And then text such that it returns text.char at 0 to uppercase plus text.substring 1 dot to lower case. Now I don't know how exactly this works, but that's meant to be character. So my guess is title replace, it breaks everything up and then goes through a function of each little section. And then it just replaces everything. All right, cool. So where we've got destination up here now, following lists are for groups connected to this get destination title. Get destination title. Get destination title. Get destination title. Going through, going through, going through, going through, going through. Get destination title. Alright, cool. Can save that. Now, if I need this in any other places and so forth like that, I'll turn this into a mix-in. That way I only need to write the code once, and it's as simple as just using this particular function to actually get that information. So yeah, if we hit reload, we shouldn't see any console log errors. Request for change, RFC. Yeah. Alright, actually I didn't change that. It was the groups and users down here. The following lists are for all groups connected to this function. Alright. I might need to do that. Alternatively, as this is getting, we only need to do this calculation once. Alternatively, what we would do is turn this into a variable. So on data, we'll have destination title. Now we don't have destination. And hello, how are you? I'm doing good. What about yourself, Yasha? Hopefully you're doing well. Alright, so I'm just wondering if this destination is the... Yeah, I'll apply it like that. Because we do get it from the computer. Let's just do it like that. And essentially, I'm just going to cut this out and use it for reference. So when we're mounted, so next tick, it'll get all that information. But what we want, you're doing fine as well. That is great to hear. We're just fixing bugs this evening. We will have a release very shortly. So I'm going to see how many bugs I can fix before 10, and then I am going to start a release. And then reorganize our bugs from that point on, because there's a couple of bugs which are sort of connected to the workflow of an object. So for example, when you open up an object, delete it, or mark it as completed and stuff like that. So we've got to figure out that sort of workflow. We have a number of bugs that are affected by that. So destination title will equal this dot destination title. Actually, I kind of like it like that. So the title will equal this destination and so forth like that. We replace it. We then, this dot destination title will then equal this. And I think that is the best sort of solution. That way we're not constantly updating this destination title. And then all we need to do is Just put in destination title. Like so, easy done. And then let's hope we got all of them. We wait a couple of seconds, we go reload. We don't see any console log issues. We click on groups and users. Oh, so it's unknown. And that might be because we're not getting that data yet. All right, not a problem. What we want to do, we want to cut these and put it in the next tick, like so. Perfect. Gonna hit save. Gonna wait a few seconds, gonna hit reload. You can hit groups and users. Oh, it hasn't done all the underscores for me. So it's done the first one. It hasn't done the second one. Okay, let's figure this out. We've got a console up here. So let a equals request underscore for underscore change. All right, a equal, let's go a dot replace. All right, this might be one of those things where return oh. Okay, JavaScript replace all. Oh, we should go string text replace all. Oh, text string replace. Okay. Method string value returns a new string with one, some, or all matches. Patterns replaced by replacement. The pattern can be if the pattern is a string, only the first occurrence will be replaced. The original string is left unchanged. All right, patterns. All right, XXX replace, nothing with that. All right. Foo replace F with $2 to $200. Regex doesn't have the second. All right. Okay, this is so JavaScript text replace all. Replace dog with, all right, cool. So I made an assumption that replace will work, where we want to do replace all. Okay, no problem. We just do this very, very quickly. Like so, and that's the change. So now that change has been done, we hit refresh, we hit our groups and users, and we go a request for changes. Users will have to be included in these as request for change, add group to request for change, request for change, and request for change. And if we jump into a project, so for example, this project, and we scroll, ooh, we got a 500 internal server issue. List files. No such column. NearBeach document. NearBeach upload successfully. All right, cool. That's not a problem. That's as simple as doing Python 3 manage migrate. Sorry, we deleted the migrated database and we forgot to rerun it. That is not going to be a problem. Ta-da, done. So if we go to groups and users, add group to project, add project. All right, cool. Now let's do something that is testing all of us. So requirements have requirement items. But requirement items don't actually use, it inherits the requirements permissions. So we don't need to worry about that, but we do have links and documentation, all that kind of stuff down there. All right, sweet. So this particular bug is actually fixed and actually improved for everywhere else. So if I go git status, git add source, just combing through the statics, I'm liking that idea where I just git ignore them. In fact, I might just do that. All right, bug fix. Oops, bug fix. Paste. Okay. Sweet. All right. This one, we now go ready for retesting. We're happy with it. Looks like we are going to absolutely do a big release tonight. Adding more groups after adding groups does not clear the select. All right, this seems like a very simple one to actually fix. So currently at the moment, if we go into, let's go back to our requirement. Let's scroll down. Let's go to our groups and users. Let's go add group to requirement. Let's go QA team. Add to group. Bang. Add to group. It's actually still there. We haven't cleared this at all. Very easy to fix. So what we want to do is we actually want to go to the add groups wizard. And when someone adds a group or closes this, we want to remove them. Oh, we got the error modals on here too. Yeah, let's start removing some of those. It's only around the Axios that we actually have those. Yep, that's correct. The catch is meant to be on like that. And the error modal will dissipate. This $store.dispatch. We want a new toast. And what we want is header to be error. Error adding group to object. was .destination. All right, cool. Message, sorry, we could not add the group to the error. Error. All right, cool. Extra classes. Background danger. Delay is going to be 0. That's what we want. All right, so in here, everything's successful. We, just before closing the modal, we want to clear the list. So what we want is this group model is going to be empty. So if we scroll up, ooh, hold on a minute. Group model. Oh, it's going to be an empty array, not an empty string. Like so. Perfect. So if we hit refresh, groups and users, I'm just going to remove this one because I'll add it back in here and I can replicate the exact same thing I've just did. Done. Perfect. That's it. I will be removing the error modal from here very, very quickly because we can just quickly just do this. Actually, undo error fetching data and use. All right, cool. So that should be 6, I think. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yep. New toast error. Error fetching group and user data. Message. Sorry, we could not get any group or user data. Error. Error. All right, cool. All right, background danger and so forth like that. Yep, cool. We're happy with that. Any other axiuses? Nope, that's it. So, git status, git add, source, git commit, bug fix. Yes, socks. Yes. All right, one thing I am going to do is I am going to get rid of that. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of that very, very quickly. So git check out NearBeach static, git status. All right, cool. So I'm going to edit the git ignore. Actually, just let me double check that. Yes, socks. Ah, okay. The credentials I just showed on screen, that's for my Minio. That's the local sort of stuff, so don't worry about that. What I was meant to click on is the git ignore. Yes, socks. So I'm going to add that in. I realize the music has just stopped. I should have gone into this one. Oh, I had to reset my computer, that's why. Yeah, Socks is making sure I do stuff. Currently annoying me too much. We'll have to use git force to add static files in the future. And hey, Nocturnal, how are you? Can you hear Socks? Actually, she's just suddenly stopped meowing. How are you today? Hopefully good. Did you sleep in or just meetings all morning? Okay, we've done that one. Editing columns levels of the Kanban board is not updated instantly. You're good. I heard a meow as I joined. Slept in. Oh, fair enough. Just got to work at 10. Whoops. Yes, Socks wanted the cupboard door open. I'm just opening it. For some strange reason, every now and then, she just wants to have a look and sniff in there. There you go, sweetie. Yes, you go in there. You have a look. You sniff. Okay. Yeah, we're just fixing bugs tonight. I'm probably just getting rid of a lot of very quick and easy bugs out of the way for this particular release. If I do a release tonight, it just means that on average I do a release every 5 days still. So, oh. And here comes Socks. All right. Cool. So I reckon we'll easily be able to get these done and sorted. And then we'll sort out all the bugs and we'll do a release after these two, I think. How's the current issues looking? Yeah, we're crushing those pretty well. So yeah. Okay, editing columns levels of a Kanban board is not updated instantly. Method, log into NearBeach. Alright. Always to go around squashing a load of easy ones. It's good for polish and good for the soul. Yes. Yep. Especially if you're just hammering them out and so forth like that. A lot of these I spread over a couple of releases, and I'm just thinking, yeah, that would have just been like, I would have just spent one day or a couple of hours on that release, and then just released it and then moved to the next one. Yeah, and that also moved a couple of harder ones off into the other one, so I'll reorganize this soon. But we'll be under 10, hopefully very shortly. Alright. Cool, so editing columns levels of a Kanban board is not updated instantly. So if we close all of these, let's go into a Kanban board. Find objects to store. Edit Kanban board. Let's just put a full stop here. If we go save changes, no changes have been made there whatsoever. But if we hit refresh, you'll notice that it's there. Now I've got to npm run watch. I've got taken your idea of git ignoring the NearBeach static. Yeah, it's driving me nuts. It's gotten to that point where I'm like, yeah, I could force it in. I will need to update the documentation to be like, hey, you need to do this. But otherwise, yeah, it's there now. Now this should be detected on the page, but it's doing that weird bug. There we go. All right, so if I close all of these, Kanban edit board, configuration provider. All right, cool. So we got property order up here. So we got all of this. So what happens when we save? So we go like this and we hit normal and that. Save changes. So it sends it to the back end, but it never sends this upstream. So it goes backlog, number 6, normal. All right, cool. Response comes back perfectly fine. It actually sends back the response, which we don't need. We can actually make it send back an empty response. Yeah, just need to add to force it. And I think also it'll help with anyone contributing, because they might accidentally try and add it in when in reality they don't need to. All right, cool. I think I know what's going on here. So it is successfully doing it. We need to go to Kanban property order. And what we need to actually do is when someone clicks on this modal and goes submit changes, we need it to send it upstream into here. Have like, hey, this is what's changing in here. And then just edit that data into it. As easy as that. And we've got it set up so it's like this. And that's in the correct order, and we want to keep that order correctly. Okay, so it's going to close all tabs. What we want to do is we want to open up our source. We want to open up our JavaScript, our components. We want to open up our modules. Is it the part of the modules? This is Kanban property order. This actually might be under Kanban property order. Here we go. So we've got everything in here with the rendering and so forth like that. Modal for adding in an extra row. Modal for deleting an item. And I don't know what modal that is. I think so. Kanban property order. Oh, this might be Kanban edit board. That's the draggable stuff. Oh, is the modal on that? On here. Modal for deleting item. Modal for adding extra row. I think it's modal for adding extra row, and we're just keying in the information. Okay, and then what we want is save changes, which will add item. And we've got the error mode mix in, which we could fix up in here. So add item. If this is new property item is blank. Check to make sure it isn't blank. Yep, all right, cool. Depending on the mode, new or edit depends which function we're using. So new, we want the edit item. Because the new is working perfectly fine. So if we add in a column, you can call it bottom column and save changes. No, that didn't work. All right, we have a bug. Yeah, we've got a bug. So that will add it to the bottom. What we want, let's go to this implementation. So new mode, we're creating new, oh, no, didn't want that. But I just lost where I was. All right, oh, sorry. All right, add item. We're going all the way through. Let's just close in the modal. Like so. All right, edit modal. That's the one we want. So const, it gets what we want and so forth like that. Creates data to send. Yep. All right, cool. if this column dataset yep, if single ID URL all right. I am slightly confused, but that's fine. Let's clean this up. Okay, I'm going to get rid of that. So this $store.dispatch new toast, and then what we want is we want a header, cannot add / edit level / column, cannot add / edit. All right, message, sorry, but we are having issues editing or adding this, or adding. All right, let's just leave it at that. Error. All right, error. Yep. All right, cool. Extra classes is going to be background danger. Our delay is going to be 0. Okay, so we get, oh no, Sucks is throwing up. I don't know if you guys can hear that. I'm sorry if you can. All right, we've got this here, but we have no response and no error. Send property list. All right. This does stuff, but we don't do anything with the responses. I'm not gonna, kind of want to, I do kind of want to delete this one line. Just because we're not doing anything with it, I think we should just have the catch on. And what I'm going to do is new toasts is I'm going to copy these. I'm going to paste them in. And then this is send properties list up. Cannot send the properties list to the backend. And we're not going to have much of an error. What do you mean, sorry? So if it can't be saved, it will have the error. Users don't know what backend means. Oh, okay. Yep, good point. I'm just got to now figure out send properties list up. All right, good point. Cannot save. Sorry, we've had an issue saving. And then we'll just have the error. This is very generic and I've forgotten exactly what this does. So Kanban, column, resort. Oh, okay. Cannot apply resort. Sorry, we've had an issue resorting Please refresh the page. All right, cool. And that gets rid. Now I've got to make sure, I've got to double check all the Axios' stuff first, but that should get rid of that mix-in. This one. So there it is. We've got to get rid of that. All right. 380. Cannot delete item. Sorry, but we're having an issue deleting item. All right, cool. So Axios from here. Catch, yep, all right, sweet. Catch, yep, sweet. I'm gonna fix this this up very quickly. Like so. All right. Now I've just been playing around with stuff. We haven't sent stuff upstream. So what we want to do is save changes. All right, save changes. This is add item. So we've got if new property item equals nothing, return. If new mode, add item, depending on new mode or edit, depends on the function. Oh, okay, so in this sort of case, we're in edit item. All right, if memory serves me correctly, because this particular component is used when you actually creating a new Kanban board or editing a Kanban board. So that's where we're going. So we want to go to that implementation. So it goes through this process where we've get the property name, whether it's a column or a level, and we're essentially creating that information. If property column, Kanban property, yep. If single item equals nothing, get the URL new, else URL edit. Okay, and this sends the data back. And this is where we would const data. We are using that. Add as a new item, else item already exists, edit the item. All right, list for each row. This is where it's not working. We're gonna pass ints into this. All right. So we did quite a lot of work cleaning up stuff. So if we just hit refresh, double click on this, we should have that. We should hit save, done. Perfect. So it was just a types issue with the 3 equals and so forth like that. I've got to actually convert those ints. As for the other issue, if we open up this save, add column item, oh, we might have just hit a random bug before. extra bottom column. Yeah, we just hit a random issue. And I think it's because of that pass int issue. So it probably had a problem here and it never reached this where it resets everything. So, yep, that's fine. All right, sweet. So what we want to do is we want to grab this. We want to go git status, git. Oh, it's still wanting to add the static in you. Add source. What I'm going to do is, where's my get ignore again? Don't know why it's... Oh, leading slash. All right, yep, that's it. Or maybe not. All right. Yeah, because we got leading slashes for these other ones, but not for that one. Okay. This just hates me. This just really hates me. All right. Oh, and I just pushed that the fix. All right. Okay, let's see if I can. Oh no. Okay, I'm heavily confused right now. Okay, this is one file change, but didn't we just change a bunch in here? We just added a bunch of source, and it just... Okay, what I'm going to do, kill that off, git checkout NearBeach static, git status. Your branch is ahead of origin by 1 commit. All right, git push. Git status. Okay, let's go back here, NearBeach, this particular one. All right, 12 commits ahead. This is earlier this week. Fix git ignore. All right, this is in here. All right, so what I want to do is I want to edit this. Oh, something happened. And hey, Togglebit, how are you? Hopefully you're going well. Welcome, welcome everyone. So yeah, you're good. That's great to hear. How am I going? I'm going good. Just working on NearBeach at the moment. So for those that don't know, I'm building an open source project management system. You're able to grab basic organization and customer details. You can create Kanban boards, new projects, requirements, tasks, and when you're ready to deploy, you've got your requests for changes. So yeah, this is built using Django or Python for the backend and VueJS, JavaScript for the front end. Yeah, the Kanban board. Looking for one yesterday. Oh, fair enough. Well, we've got one. So if you guys are interested, you can go to NearBeach.org and then oops, I've not copied the right the right URL, but you can self-host. So it's a simple Docker file. The idea being is you just fill out a lot of this information with what you want. So for example, if you've got your own email host sort of stuff, your own database and all that kind of so forth, you can actually get NearBeach up and running in 5 minutes. So yeah. And you know Dev. Yes. Yes, I know Dev. So yeah, welcome everyone. We're currently just fixing bugs. I've realized that and thank you very much, Small Gumball. Sorry about pronouncing your name incorrectly. Thank you very much for the follow. You best go eat food. Yes. Anyway, thank you very much for the raid. It is greatly appreciated. So yeah, it's this is coming along. I've just realized I pushed a silly commit and I'm just wondering if I could edit it in GitHub, but it doesn't look like it, and I am probably going to leave it at that. I can't be bothered doing the usual fixes for it. So yeah, we're just fixing bugs this evening, and we'll probably be doing a release very shortly. So we found a bug where if you edit the Kanban board, excuse this is in mobile view. So if you edit the Kanban board, you can add and remove columns and all that kind of stuff. Yes, remove cards, just delete that, so forth like that. Ooh, that is actually a bug. That should all be blank. All right, so, and let's say you add a full stop. So we fixed the bug where that full stop wasn't appearing. I just realized why it isn't working. npm run watch, because we haven't recompiled our code. So whilst we sit here waiting about 10 seconds for it to recompile, we'll just sit here. All right, sweet. We'll just reload. So the idea is, let's say we change this. I'm removing a full stop. It'll automatically appear here. Also, when we hit that, and that will happen and so forth like that. So we've just fixed that bug. I believe it was one line of code change, and this is the really annoying thing about JavaScript sometimes. Is even if you got 2 ints, sometimes you got to pass ints. I forgot what line it was on. It was part of the Axios calls. Not that one. It was part of this one, I think. Yeah, so what we got to do is we just got to wrap both of these variables on either side of the condition in pass int, just to tell, hey, this is definitely an int. Project look neat. Are you taking any inspiration from any particular project management software? Redmine, Jira, Linear? Not really. It started off as something that this is going years ago now. This is 6-7 years ago. It started off as me building something small, which I built at one of my previous jobs. I got told I should do it in web development because that's where a lot of sort of web applications are headed and stuff like that. Yeah, I just realized you're in ad break, so I'll probably finish this after the ad break has finished. Sorry, this is, you gotta love it. You ask a question and an ad break starts. Okay. Come on, couple of seconds left. All right, cool. Sorry, ad break. Let me reiterate again. So it's not really based off Redmine, Jira, or Linear, or anything like that. Essentially, it started off as I used to have this little task management system which I built back at a prior job where they didn't actually have any sort of task tracking software or anything like that, and we're talking very, 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 very small. So it came from that, and essentially it kept building upon it and adding on quite a lot of features that do not work in a project management system. So for example, quotes and all that kind of stuff. So back in August 2020, I decided to actually cull pretty much 95% of the code. The only thing that survived was the models file, and I really should have culled that too. And yeah. So NearBeach is in a moment at the moment where we are trying to build up a feedback loop. So if I bring up this, people will be happy to know. I'm left-handed, so doing this with the mouse with my right hand, it always looks horrible. So excuse my bad drawing. I have ordered a little Wacom tablet, and this is my cat's socks. She's going to cause lots of devastation on the stream. So the idea is I want user feedback. So to get it, I need users, and then they give me feedback. All right, I can't write feedback really correctly, so then I essentially improve, which will then hopefully, get more users. Sorry, Socks is banging me when I'm doing that. So, yeah, all right. For when you're done explaining. Yeah, so essentially I'm starting to create a feedback loop. So the idea is I get feedback from users, I implement those changes, hopefully I make their lives easier, and then hopefully other people be like, oh yeah, no, I want to use that tool too, because, you know, people are raving about it or whatever. And then I start doing that. So the idea with this is we build it as a community. So NearBeach will essentially be built off other people's ideas and yeah, inspirations. Anyway, I am going to quickly, she knows what's happening. For those who are joining, this is my cat Socks. She causes so much trouble when I'm on stream. She has knocked my camera, she broke one webcam. I'm blaming her on that webcam. She has knocked things off the desk constantly. She's just naughty. She meows when I'm on stream, but we love her dearly. In your bed. No, in your bed properly. And this is her favorite point in the night, is when she actually gets treats. Yeah, she can do no wrong. Oh, one other thing. She keeps knocking my microphone, so every now and then you'll hear these little soft patters and my voice disappears slightly because she's pushing the microphone away. She also has a business tie. So she's project managing the situation. She's hoping to project manage her way into a bag of treats. So yeah. All right, let's jump back into it. Hopefully she'll stay there for a minute or two. Okay, so feedback loop. I'll draw that better next time. I have a tablet coming, so, you know. We fixed that one issue. We're happy with it. So we are going to go ready for retesting. So we've got the rejected change task. Displaying failed. All right, are you going to stay in your bed or are you going to knock my microphone away? All right, we'll get chat to watch you. There we go. So let's replicate this issue. So we go to, let's find all objects. We've got a request for change. Waiting for approval. So this particular user doesn't have permission for that. So we're going to log off and we're going to go in as the dark admin, who I know has permission. So as you see, there's a little widget saying, hey, this is needing stuff. So we're just going to reject it. So this is now rejected. It needs to be resubmitted to, you know, for the user to get it reapproved. So it's stating on the RFC tasks. All right, cool. So if we close that, and close that, we go down here, we've got these change tasks. So when you go through a request for change, you essentially list out what people are doing at what particular time and who's responsible and who's QAing it and all that kind of fun stuff. I used to do these constantly. Pip came over to see socks tie, just the socks jumps over the desk. I should actually take that tie off her if she's just run away. No, because knowing her, she will get it trapped on something. If I just randomly shake the treats. Alright, she's coming running. There she is. Alright, sweetie. There you go. But yeah, knowing my cat socks, she'll get it hooked on something. Max. There you go. Alright, where was I? So these are saying failed when in reality they should be task rejected, I do believe. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually have a look into this change task. So it's change task number 3. That makes it easier if we go over to the database. We're just making sure we're opened up the correct database because I believe I deleted one of the database. We want to go change task number 3. And it's change task status 6. Which I've got to look into the model, to actually find that conversion. So this is where we jump into the Django side of things. So we want to go to NearBeach models and we want to go all the way up to the top. So GG. And we want change task. So we're just going to go through all of these. It'll be probably RFC change task. RFC priority risk status. RFC status. So 6 is rejected. Alright, cool. So what we want to do is, this is probably a very quick and easy fix. So we want to go into our source, our JavaScript, our components. Now this particular thing is the run sheet. And then we've got the run sheet list. Now I'm double checking that that is correct. This is actually stored yeah, I am building this at the moment. This is bugged out. Sorry, give me 2 seconds. Sorry, the Vue DevTools bugs out quite often. There we go. So what we want is, we want RFC modules. Open that up. Config provider, we want the change task list. Okay, so change task list. I think that's change task modules, change task linked list. No, we might want to actually open up the RFC for this. Change task list. All right, so this goes through everything. What we need to actually search for is status. So status, get status. So if we go implementation, so we've got task failed here, where in reality under the modules, it is rejected. Oh, I can see it. Yeah. Okay, so I've just figured this out again. This is fine. This isn't a bug. So task failed / rejected. What actually happens is the life cycle of this is, a lot of the times you'll start the task once everything is submitted and approved. So you'll start the task. You'll then pretty much move it to QA. QA then moves it to either success or fail, and I think the fail is the same as rejected. So we do want to actually keep that in as that. So this becomes a won't fix issue. So failed and rejected share the same status. All right, cool. So won't fix this issue. Best to keep wording consistent though. Yeah, I know. But the problem is I'm going to have to keep it on the failed unless I want to split this out and have another case in here where I've got to add in another one in here and all that kind of stuff. And yeah. In fact, I'll tell you what then. Re-look at this issue. We look at this issue when dealing with the life cycle of all objects, because the idea is we're going to be sitting down very soon and re-looking at every single life cycle of every single object. So for example, when you create it, what will happen? What can you do to it? And so forth like that. Can it go into blocked? Can it go into this? Can it go into that? How do we want users to modify it to match their own sort of life cycles and so forth like that? So I am going to unversion this one because we're going to have a look at a bunch of them to deal with lifecycle. So yeah, just having a quick look. Users can add and remove groups. See that has been approved. That's part of the lifecycle. Current objects contains. All right, that one will be a no version. That one's later on. That one's later on. All right, let's go to current issues. So we're down to 10 issues. Famous conditioning, whenever we're down to 10, we do a massive sort of shakeout of the whole entire site and actually find 20 more or 30 more. So, yeah. Let's... I'm going to no version a lot of these at the moment. Because we're going to think which ones are affected by the life cycle and which ones aren't. And what I'll do is I'll get this deployed tonight. And thank you very much for the follow. Now, I am terrible at Japanese. I can recognize only 2 of those characters. I think the sa and the last one's ka. Give me 2 seconds, sorry. Key. And sorry, I am slowly learning the characters. So yes, welcome, Yamasaki. And yeah, hello Yamasaki. How are you? I hope you're going well. Yeah, I can only recognize the last 2 characters. I'm slowly learning. So, yeah, can't say anything yet. Alright, so cannot open closed objects. Let's start from the top. iPad specific bug. Kanban board users scroll further down the page. This one, oh wait, I'm on the wrong thing. I want the my current tasks. Let's actually add these in. So overlay, alright, we can. This is a big sort of task. I do want to get this done sooner rather than later, so I'm going to put this in next release. Startup, I'm going to put this in the next release. All right, this gives me users can add groups. All right, so I'm going to say 3029 is when we deal with the user, the object flow and all that kind of stuff. Requirements can still be, yep, that's definitely in there. UX notes doesn't have any information. All right, cool. That one, we can stick in that one. Hard to determine. All right, we can stick in that one. This one is definitely dealing with the object flow. And definitely dealing with the object flow. Okay. This one we'll just keep unversioned at the moment, those two. That's fine. So we've got 4 for the next one, 4 for the next one. All right, cool. So the next one is actually fixing up bugs. And then we deal with the, which will probably happen at the start of next month, deal with the object lifecycle flow and all that kind of fun stuff. So yeah. And then we've got 0, 0, and 0. All right, I'm fine with that. Cool. Let's do a release. So for those who don't know, I am automating quite a lot of this at the moment. It's just piecemeal. Yeah, this is mainly a checklist. So a lot of this will be automated. That all I need to do is push the code upstream and merge into the main, and then it will just handle everything for me, which will be great. All right, so first things first, git pull in the main branch. We don't want, oh, yes, we do. So we have a pull request, which I did the other day. So what I want to do is I want to git status. I'm just going to close this. I'm going to also make sure it's not running. Love to see you reading your own docs. Yes, and I've got to improve the docs. The thing is, at the moment, the documentation is constantly improving. So I need to sit down each weekend and just bang through it, make it easier. I've got one friend who I've roped into reading the Docker stuff, just so that I can see someone who knows a little bit about Docker, try and actually install NearBeach. So he doesn't know how to install NearBeach, which is fine, which is great for me because I get to actually see him work through it and have him be like, ask questions like, I think you're missing this, or can you explain this better, and so forth like that. So yeah. Okay, git status, git checkout, NearBeach static, git status, good. Git checkout, main, git pull, git checkout, development 0.29, not 29, 0.30.27, I think, yep, is my current branch. Git merge main in, oops, oh, this is nano. Git push. Alright, cool. So we git merge everything in. We want the security fixes and fixes and all that. Alright, npm audit. Good. Remove the build and dist folder. We did that before. Yeah, just double checking, just in case. Update the version number in those particular files. So what we need to do is go into here, open up our NearBeach, open up our git, not our git ignore, sorry, close all, our package.json. And we just iterate this up once. We also got to do it with our init. Like so. All right, make sure you're using correct virtual environment. So we go source, VM bin activate in here. I'm just going to use this terminal. run unit tests for the Django backend. So Python 3 manage test. Yeah, fresh eyes for documentation is the best, because there's a lot of times you become so used to the processes and stuff like that that there's some small tiny, and it's always the small tiny things that become an annoyance for newbies who just don't know that much. But at the same time, you don't want the documentation to become too verbose, because it becomes very tiring to read. All right, all 51 tests ran perfectly fine. Sweet. Run the unit test for the Vue frontend. Make sure nothing's wrong. So npm run unit test. So for example, if you were reading that documentation, you wouldn't know that it's actually unit-test. That's one little tiny small mistake I've got to fix. So, yep. And the idea is I will be using moving this unit test into Circle CI. Right, definitely a balance. Yes, really depends on the target audience too. 100% agree. We just did a huge docs refresh for our product, and it was great to have help from both internals and super senior account manager folks. Neat. So yes, definitely, I do need to improve NearBeach's documentation. So for example, if you jump in here with the quick install, copy and paste the following code, it does have some instructions of what to do, which you will also see replicates on the self-hosting page link, which I just did before. But I don't know if people will be like, what if I don't want to use that database? If I want to use a different database like MariaDB or MySQL, and then I kind of extend that information. I don't know how this document reads for anyone else. So hopefully my friend will sit me down and be like, all right, cool, we need to just do this, this, and this. All right, so the procedure, run unit tests. All right, cool, nothing went wrong. So we need to npm run prod. I'll also hopefully have time tomorrow to run, so the VueJS with the unit testing is about halfway through each component, so hopefully I'll put more components through soon. All right, we have some files being a little too big, but usually they're the images, which we know, the tiny mouse stuff, which we know, and can't help. But yeah, that's perfectly fine. So we just done the prod. We now need to do the end-to-end sort of stuff. All right, this won't take too long. At the moment, we know that it doesn't work for one of the... Yeah, we know it doesn't work for the WebKit. That is actually a bug on Ubuntu. So we ignore all the WebKit at the moment and just deal with the Chromium and the Firefox. So this will also be moving hopefully up to the Circle CI. I've just got to do some more research on that. Now the reason why I'm doing this is because I double check all the images. It goes black and white really, really fast, and I don't want to cause any harm to anyone. So what I've actually done is I've taken some screenshots of the of each of the pages to make sure that there is no glaring issues, and I go through it really quickly because I'm just so familiar with how everything's laid out. So yeah, I just don't want that black and white flashing to cause any issues. So yeah, now we can go back. All right, so if you guys are interested, yeah, page screenshot, done. All right, so we're happy with that. Edit setup file, if there's any new packages that need to be downloaded, luckily we don't have to do that. We will be moving to the new way of deploying Python packages soon-ish. When I'm saying soon-ish, I mean when we're actually moving our way to 0.31. There's a few things which we would want to do when moving to 0.31. So a couple of, I won't say breaking changes at the moment, but some big changes which I do want to go through a proper release candidate sort of situation, where I don't want everyone moving on to the next version, where I want to test it out thoroughly before being like, all right, guys, it is safe. All right, we want to list any outdated pip list outdated. Yeah, it's always pip install upgrade. It's always Boto core that has upgrades. Not complaining because it's constantly being updated and all that kind of stuff. I'm just pointing out that it has constant updates. All right, so we upgraded everything. This is where we start creating the build. I'm just going to do that like that. So Python 3 setup.py sdist bdist wheel. So hopefully I'll move this into the automation sort of thing, because there's no need for me to actually do this. If I can get a GitHub action to do this. So yeah, a lot of this, it's just piecemeal, little tiny bits here and there where I fix stuff up. All right. And thank you very much for the follow, HFS Killmister. Automate all the things? Yep. It'll be great once it is. We've automated the Docker builds. We've automated the collection of the static files. We've automated the... it's pretty much the major ones that were automated. So it'll be good to automate the deployment of NearBeach on PyPI. And thank you very much for the follow, Maroquillbit. Greatly appreciated. I do hope you guys are enjoying my content as we watch the upload. All right, it should almost be finished. All right. So I like to double check pypi.org NearBeach. Now that is going to be the wrong version number, but if we click on it, that is the version number we're after. So we're happy with that. So now comes the moment where we go git status, git add. Okay, I'm just going to go git add everything, and then I'm just going to go git add force NearBeach static just to double check. Okay. This is like the I thought there will be a lot more static file changes, so I am just gonna check something. So I'm on main. If I click on this, no, wrong one. If I click on the commits, holy hell, I'm got a lot of commits. Let's say from robotic hair development, merge pull request. I think this is the release. Okay, ignoring the images. All right. It's not showing as many static files that I've got to upload. Nowhere. Maybe. Yeah, it's not showing the source JavaScript component. Oh, there it goes. Components. Only showing a couple of those. Okay, this is... This is weird. Let's, I'm just double checking git force add. Alright, I'm just double checking the command, because I've never had to use the git add force. So that's what I did. So git add force NearBeach static. Well, that's pretty much the same. Alright, cool. Git commit release version 0.30.27. Alright, so we just pushed that upstream. Less than a minute ago. Happened right now. Compare and pull request. Okay, I'm going to keep that one open. I'm going to shut that one. I'm going to shut that one. I'm going to shut that one. I'm going to keep this one open, because what will happen is I'll go through all of these and add it to that. So I like to bug fixes. And then what I want to do, I'm going to put these IDs in a particular order. I'm going to click on this, going to copy this, going to paste. And click on this, going to copy this. Paste. It's going through it very, very slowly. Click on this, copy that, paste. I'm going to click on this, going to copy that, going to paste. Click on this, going to copy this, and I'm going to paste. Click on this, copy this, going to paste. Click on this, going to copy this, paste. Click on this, going to copy this. Paste. This is where I send people insane. This is why I usually only do 5 bugs, but tonight I was like, no, I'm gonna push. We've reached 10. Alright, cool. And I should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. Alright, cool. And hey, Adrian, how are you? Thank you very much for the raid. Greatly appreciate it. How was your stream? Hopefully it was good. What were you doing? Hopefully you didn't fall into an ad. However, I just did have ads, so hopefully you haven't. Welcome everyone from Adrian's stream. So for those that don't know, I'm Robotic Head and I am building a open source project management system called NearBeach. So you're able to grab basic customer details. You can build your own Kanban boards. You can create new projects. You can create new requirements. You can create new tasks. And also, when you're ready to deploy, you can create requests for changes. And thank you very much, Duke1102 and Smiling Big for the follow. Greatly appreciated. So welcome. I do hope you are enjoying my content as I start doing this release cycle. So I do know PHP. I used to use WordPress quite a lot. However, this is built off Django, so Python. But yes, VueJS is the front end. It was good, worked on the gift command. Now people can steal specific items from each other. Nice. And welcome, Smiling Big. So, yes. WordPress cough, let's... Fair enough. I've also used Laravel, too. So, I really thoroughly enjoyed Laravel when working with it. I like to state the difference between Django and Laravel is Django's an automatic car, Django is the manual car. And there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Socks. And my little cheeky cat has come back. I think she wants more treats. So yes, welcome everyone. I also have a Discord if you're interested, and a YouTube. I also have a Twitter and all that kind of stuff, which I should just throw out there more. So yeah. Anyway, we are in the middle of doing a release. So what we're doing is we're happy with development 0.30.27 and we are going to merge it in. So I'm going to create that pull request. Yeah, I do need a sec. Did I implement it? There we go. I did implement it because I remember asking you to remind me. All right. I'm just going to edit this very quickly because I forgot to actually copy it. I'm going to cancel that. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to confirm the merge and stuff like that because a lot of these tests we already tested for on my local. I know I'm being very bad and naughty when doing that. So yeah. Anyway, I am going to jump over into the code itself. And we're going to create a new release. I'm going to straight away just paste that in. We are calling it Development Alpha 27. And then we've got Alpha 0.30.27. It's a general release. This is a pre-release and so forth like that. So when we actually hit publish, we actually have a couple of actions suddenly go off. So we have a collect static files, which what actually happens here is this actually sets up its own local version of NearBeach, but it has access to my R2, which is on Cloudflare, which is essentially S3. However, it's our CDN. So we've got cdn.nearbeach.org, which hosts where all of our objects are. There's no public access to this particular file or anything like that. But if we go to prod.nearbeach.app, open up this and open up network, let's hit reload. Let's actually jump on to this nearbeach.min. You'll notice that it's cd nearbeach.org, the version number, nearbeach min. And I've just realized I haven't updated my prod. All right, that's bad of me. I should be on the latest versions. Whoops. So what that's doing is that's updating the collected static. Now that takes about 20 minutes. The idea is I want to take over this particular action and actually have it do multiple things. So one, I want it to essentially deploy when there's a release NearBeach to PYPI, and hopefully it'll grab that release ID and so forth like that and use that as the version number. And then hopefully from there, once that's finished, it'll do this job. So setting everything up and actually deploying the static files. So I'm looking forward for that to actually work. Now, if we go back here, push the code upstream, do a pull request, create a new release off the main branch. This will trigger the deployment of the static files. And now our last ticket item, we got to edit the Docker image. And all we need to do is look for 0.30.26 and replace with 0.30.27. So that should replace all of those. Commit changes. I am deployment of 0.30.27. I am going to be naughty and just bypass everything. We will be in the future triggering this automatically. So the idea is this will trigger and just build. And the best news is this only takes about 4 minutes on average, I think. It's not long. 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. All right. Less than 4 minutes. Cool. It's taking a lot quicker than it used to. And that's building 2 different versions. So that's building a... I should actually go back to the file. It's building a one for the latest version and one for the version number. So we've got one for the latest and version number. And sadly, we're only doing ARM64 and AMD64 at the moment. A lot of these other ones won't compile because of Azure or something on there, and it's one of those things where we're going to get 99% of people by doing that. So yeah, all right, release is done. This is good news. Now let's actually I'm going to update my Azure one, but I've got to keep the Azure stuff over here for a second, and I'm going to show you guys how easy it is. Now, the reason why I've got it on the right is I don't want you guys looking at certain IDs or anything like that. I'm just going to go to the deployment center, and there should be no information here. So all we need to do with this is actually hit that and hit save, and that will work. But first, has that action finished? Yes, it has. And then we save. And that's it. And that's how we upgrade. Could have Azure and other backends as separate packages. Yeah, I was thinking that. So I will have to plan that, essentially. The idea being is I've also got a list, look at a lot of those and be like, all right, are we really going to hit PowerPC? I don't know what that is. Sure, the ARM version 7 ARM, we will potentially hit the ARM 6. I'm not sure. It's end of life, isn't it? ARM v6. Starting Feb, support for ARM 5, ARM 6 will be ended. So, yeah, whereas maybe, I don't think so. IBM Z Systems. Oh, there's images for it. Sorry, I should be zoomed in, everyone. My bad. There you go. Maybe we'll have to think about it. So ARM6, those we are. I don't know about this particular one. So yeah, it's one of those things. All right, I've used Laravel several years ago, 5 or so, or on a small project. Laravel 5 back then, so 5 new major versions since then. Yeah, fair enough. What version are they up to? Are they doing it every? Oh yeah, 10. Yep. I forgot what their versioning is like. Oh, they've been getting one every year approximately. All right, cool. Been planning on rewriting that project sometime since it still has some unfinished things. Uses jQuery. Want to rewrite it in new shiny backend and either go with a simple Vue SVA or try Nux. Ooh, fair enough. I have not used Nux yet. I tend to Fedora doesn't build ARM v7 now either. Okay, cool. Cheers. Thank you very much, QLogic. Sorry, I haven't used Nux. I tend to like to use a different framework for each project because it gives me that sort of ability to sort of move around very easily. In this sort of case, yeah, I would rewrite it because if you haven't touched it in a while and so forth like that, you've learnt quite a lot since then. So rewriting it from scratch, you'll be like, oh yeah, I just do the CRUD like this and all this kind of stuff. So yeah, currently pondering whether to get Symfony or Laravel's. Symfony is leading as it also just allows you to use individual packages outside of framework context. Ooh, fair enough. I have not used Symfony yet. once again, if I ever have a new project and stuff like that, I'll probably use a new framework. So yeah. S390X is the only big Indian one left now that PowerPC is gone. All right, cool. So can we say it's just safe just to use those? I'm going to say. I don't see someone installing NearBeach on a IBM Z system. I mean, it's plausible, but I mean, it would be funny if someone was like, "Could you just support this?" I'll be like, "Okay." In July 2007, yada yada. All right. AMD 64 version 2 should be 64-bit with more optimizations required, I think. Oh, fair enough. All right. So include this in the future. I think the bottleneck is Azure with their storage thing. So you probably won't have much use for it if you don't compile anything. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not really. It's Python. So yeah. How have you been, QLogic? Hopefully you're being well. Okay. Gonna close this. I am gonna see if now this might not work because yeah, it hasn't fully yeah, there's some of the this hasn't finished, so it hasn't deployed the static files yet, so that's why production is down, but that's perfectly fine. I'm only shooting myself in the foot, and that will only take hopefully another 15 minutes. So yeah. Okay. Oh, I did want to show you a couple of things. Oh, it's fine. We can wait a few more minutes. Socks, you're awfully close to the tablet then. Come on. Okay. So let's just. Sorry. Now we're going to do the administration sort of things, which I tend to do this off stream, but we're just waiting. Gonna fix all of this. Gonna fix this. Gonna fix this. Gonna fix this. Gonna fix this. And gonna fix this. You're doing all right? Oh, that's good to hear. Yeah, right now at work, I'm only using vanilla PHP 8 and getting frustrated with my co-worker team lead not really caring to adopt proper modern ways and best practices. There aren't even unit tests. Well, fair enough. I try to bring it up, but yeah, at this point, I've kind of given up on looking for a change of scenery. Fair enough. Well, when you're stuck between choosing, what you could do is choice wheel. Pick a wheel. All right, cool. I did this not long ago, as you see. What you could do is you go in here and you're like, all right, cool. Symphony. How do I spell that again? This is where you realize I am terrible at spelling. All right, Symphony, Laravel. Oh, what's another good PHP framework? Laravel, yes. I don't. Cake PHP. I don't know the other ones. Sorry. Fuel PHP. I think I've heard of Fuel. And you can do this on your own time. And then you're like, all right, spin. Used Cake like 15 years ago. Oh, fair enough. Symphony. All right, cool. So yeah, you can. There's nothing wrong with sitting there. The worst sort of thing is getting into analysis paralysis, and sometimes just doing something silly like that is fine. Now you feel old. Yeah, I remember learning PHP on PHP 5. And when was that released? Because I remember, because I've just come from using C and C++. So it wasn't that late. But yeah, I was using it well before that. I think 2016 was when I was using it. And I remember getting really grumpy at it because all the instructions online were including this SQL injection issues and so forth like that. They'll be like, oh yeah, you just grab the thing and put it in quotes and yeah, you're done. And you're like, no, you gotta sanitize everything. So yeah, I remember that. All right, let's see where this is it. The collect status, 13 minutes. Let's reload this. Let's hope. All right, we haven't got the logo, but we got some of the stuff in there. All right, let's see. I should be able to go into the marketing site improvements. No, I didn't want to actually go into the marketing site improvements, but I do got to work on the marketing site. New features for NearBeach. Okay. Does not help that tiny mouse isn't working. Okay, that's fine. We're not going to move the cars around. We're not going to edit any of this. Yeah, still deploying the static files. Should not have changed this or updated this so quickly. That is my fault. All right, so what we've got is we're going to be investigating Vite very shortly. We've got to quickly test out the Django 5 alpha. It'll take me 5 minutes just to make sure the site boots up and there's no problems. Yeah. The right process on... All right, so we've got to actually sit down and think about how we're updating packages. So a few weeks ago, I think... Actually, I wrote a little, so a few weeks ago, we had 0.30.21 release, and essentially this was literally just a security patch to make sure that everyone's utilizing the latest version of Django due to a security issue. Yeah, also thinking of getting into some Node.js framework or even taking a look at Go. Ooh, nice. Both are well established and used in terms of the job market. Do it. Yeah. Well, you've got that project you want to rewrite. So yeah, definitely. If you want to actually sink your teeth into it, I would definitely rewrite those projects. Nocturnal likes Go. I have not used Go yet. Just because once again, new project with new framework, but I'm stuck on NearBeach. So yeah. So yeah, the idea was this actually caused a bit of administration issues, which is not really, in the grand scheme of things, is not really bad at all. So what I want to actually do is implement a way where if I need to actually implement a security patch really quickly, how would I do it? What's the proper process and so forth like that. It's handy for things that work at the moment. Just spawn all the Go routines. Yeah, neat. We can actually do this. Cat one. We can go Node.js. All right, so that is one thing which I want to do. I've got to fix up the documentation. Well, when I say fix up the documentation, I've got to add more stuff to the documentation. So yeah. Another thing I want to actually implement is we want to depreciate the search mix-in. So that is actually essentially a bug. It didn't work how we wanted it to. So we've got to. The idea with the mix-in was to stop repeating code, but in this sort of case, it stopped repeating the code, but it doesn't stop what that code. It doesn't do what that code used to do, and it's just, yeah, annoying. have the ability to send public card links. That is something I've got to actually start working on. RFC information, read-only list, who can approve the RFC. All right, we've got to also do this one. Yeah, the tiny mouse is currently not working on this, but that's fine. We also got to create a diagnostics page. We've also going to be implementing, if we go to the, not ready for retesting, sorry, the current issues, this particular ticket, we're also going to be implementing on startup checking to make sure that the S3 storage or the Azure storage is working, simply by just connecting to it and being like, hey, can I send you something? Have it come back yes or no. Nope, wrong screen. And we're also looking at 2FA and OAuth. So I don't think they will be around this side of the year, but fingers crossed, shortly next year. We've actually pretty much done this. So this is done. So the global libraries were just for stuff like Axios and so forth, which we've actually implemented. Oh, this is nice. I actually don't mind that little update there, but I don't know how it'll look like on mobile. That should disappear any second now. New method. So yeah. So for those, QLogic, I know you mentioned the new building method for Python libraries. Essentially, we will be doing it, but we'll be doing it through a release candidate. So that way, if there's any mistakes in it, I don't do a release. If that makes any sense, it's just a release candidate, and most people will ignore those. So I'm hoping to do that soon. And translate the application, which will be fun, seeing if that's plausible. Anyway, I should refresh. We should have more stuff come through the network now. Still not getting the logo, still not getting the logo, not getting the tiny mouse stuff, but that's fine. Yep. It's still deploying. Anyway, it is getting 10:30 here. I'm pretty much wrapped up for tonight. I don't want to start any of these new bugs. Oh, I can get rid of this. Confirm. I don't want to start any of these bugs at the moment. Speaking of that, change of scenery. Currently kind of struggle and procrastinating with updating my CV. I'm German, so it's not a CV, as you probably know, but a bit different. Oh, fair enough. Right now, we're finding a decent layout and design I like, and is also a good pick for HR people and automated systems. Oh, all right. I'm probably terrible at that. My designs are plain as hell. However, I will admit, for my current job, I literally listed all the tech that I've done and so forth at that. And I heavily relied on the interview process, and I still got the job. So, yeah, I was happy. I'm pretty sure they're happy with me. So, yeah, mine is awful, but it got me hired. Yep. Also, networking helps. I will state that yes, for the vast majority of my jobs that I've had, I've always networked my way in. So yeah, the first job I ever had didn't. That was literally working in a restaurant. I applied online and talked to the person, and they gave me the job, and I was like, yeah, and they kept me around for 3 years. The job where I started at the university, essentially I was volunteering, knew the person there. They got me into the job at the university, and I stayed there and I knew other people and moved around for a bit. And then when I moved out and went into the corporate side of things, I knew the person and so forth. So yeah, fixed. Wait. You just, I got the issue of incorporating all the things I do at my current job into the CV in a compact form. by basically getting rid of all the things that are relevant to the job I'm applying for. Yep. Yep, it is a lot of fun. I do not miss it whatsoever. So, yep. Well, I do hope you get a job soon. Or I do hope you go through that process really, really quickly. So, yeah. Anyway, we should be finding someone to raid, because it is getting late here. I do have to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I've written Twitch wrong in the search. We haven't raided... The Cuppinger, I feel like, is asleep at this moment, because he's in Kiwi time, so I think he's 3 hours or 4... time. 2 hours ahead, so I'm pretty sure he's asleep. I feel like raiding the Pirate Software because they're doing a bit of game dev.
Drawn by hand.
And yeah.
Pencil and pen. And then scanned into a computer. You don't need to be an amazing artist to make a game. So if you're worried that like your game's gonna look bad, right? Because you don't have the skills involved. No, it's not about.
But yeah, great guy. Does a lot of dev, well, mainly game dev. So I do web dev, he does game dev. Still a lot of dev. So yeah. Anyway, thank you very much everyone for coming tonight. It has been wonderful. We got a lot done. We got another release. Hopefully it'll be finished in about 10 minutes. So yeah. I will be streaming again on Friday where we'll be tackling these hopefully 4 bugs. I will probably tackle a couple of them before then. Hopefully, so that way we can tackle them on stream. And then we've got to think about the sort of user flow, object flow. So what happens when you open up a task and close it? Can you close it and all that kind of stuff? So yeah, but yeah, networking is one thing I should get into once I have the CV updated. There's a job fair in my city. In like 2 weeks I might go, just make some regional contacts and have feedback getting on CV posts. Definitely, that would be awesome. Yes, I would recommend it. Remember, it's his birthday. Yes. Anyway, thank you very much, everyone, and enjoy the raid.
Content has been the highlight of my day. Keep inspiring and kicking ass. I'm really glad. Thank you very much. I'm glad other people are saying kick ass, because I say that all the time.